Good morning, everybody. We will call this meeting to order and take a moment to recognize that this meeting is being held on the traditional territory of the Lillooet Nation. And we're grateful to be partners with them and to learn from them. I ask you all to take some time to get to know our neighbors better. Thank you. Can I have someone move approval of the agenda for this committee of the whole? Moved by Director French, seconded by Director Burford. Any opposed? Motion carries. And we have a delegation, and there are many of you. So I'm going to invite you to introduce yourselves because I think that that's what you're here to do. So I will invite you up to the table, and whoever is going to speak first can, or however you're comfortable.
Everyone, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna get.
That's okay, that's fine.
So there you go. All right, I'd like to acknowledge myself that we are on unceded territory of Lillooet Nation. And this is, sorry, oh my God. I am Maudse. I'm very excited to be here. Sorry, as you can see. And I organized this project for the municipality of Pemberton and also the SLRD. So as Krista said, Katrina, sorry, said that we offer a chair to the municipality of Pemberton with the high school student. And this is the chair with the primary student from Signal Hill in École La Vallée. Okay, so I have a speech here that I really want to, I'm sorry, I'm going to read it to you. I just don't have it in my head. So yeah, so let me introduce myself. I'm Maudse, citizen of Pemberton, and I am a mother. And I am accompanied by Rhea Bowen Ryder from École La Vallée, and my daughter Juliette from École La Vallée as well. And also with Rose and, I'm sorry, Kaya. Hi. Yeah, so we are here today because we wish to donate the chair of generation so that the symbolic place is reserved for children during your meeting, since with today's decision determine the future of the children and youth of the community. We ask that this chair be permanently placed around the SLRD council table and that it reminds you of the expectation of future generations with regard to the climate emergency. May the protection of life in all its forms be at the heart of all your decision and action. We hope that this flagship symbol will help you despite the hazard and emergency of everyday life to stay in the course in order to bequeath to our children and grandchildren a future that lives up to their inspirations, live up to what they deserve. May it give you the courage and the power to act with ambition for the health, safety, and well-being of future generation, considering that several solutions to preserve biodiversity, reduce greenhouse gas emission and pollution fall within the jurisdiction of towns. For example, public transportation, land use planning, development, and urban falls, protection of natural environment, regulations of pesticide, water management, water and waste manager, etc. The Generation Chair project was initiated by Bruno Marchand, Mayor of Quebec City. Afterward, the Mother Step in Movement decided to promote this idea by soliciting schools in various municipalities so that more and more municipal elected officials take children's generation into account in their decisions. The Generation Chair project is maintained by Mother Step In Movement, which are thousands of mothers, grandmothers, and allies from Quebec, me in British Columbia, and some other some other Canadian province, and even beyond Canada. There's some in Europe as well, who wish to live a fairer, greener, more resilient world to our children and future generation. Through our actions, we ask elected officials to put in place the necessary measure to respond to the climate emergency and the degradation of the ecosystem. We act to protect living things in all their form. I thank the teacher, their students for their great involvement. Because of their precious participation with this project, these students learned a lot. They became a future engaged citizen and understand that they have a power in climate change by express themselves and collaborate with the municipality elected members. And now I give the floor to the teachers. Thank you so much. If you wish to talk.
Sure, I just want to say, acknowledge I'm Miss Edwards, and I know actually almost everybody in this room, which is very exciting, which sort of accounts to my age. But I'm very proud that Maud asked us to participate in this project because I think it is really, really important. I especially love the connection that the students are going to have with the officials who are going to be making those important decisions leading forward into the future. So for them to meet you and for them to be able to present their chair and their ideas, I think is brilliant. I think it's a really great idea, and I hope we continue to do it into the future. So thank you for allowing us to be here today. And then our students have a speech.
Absolutely, yes. So first of all, Juliette, please unveil the chair, the creation of the student. There you go. And one more, Juliette. All right, there you go. I will go. Be careful. There you go. Careful. Go. Oh. It's okay. We'll fix it. So, ta-da! That's there. And now, whoever wants to start to share your speech.
I'll stand up. I'll stand up with you. No, they're not gonna stand up. That's okay. That's totally fine.
Yeah, we have those.
Hey, you guys wanna go first?
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
you guys go first, and then when you see them, you go on.
Hi, my name is Bowen. I'm a grade 5 student at L'école Lagonais. The chair that we are presenting to you has been created with the collaboration of many students from kindergarten to grade 6. It represents the important natural habitats in Pembrokeshire. Our team worked on the lower part of the chair, representing the soil and all the underground life. You can see various insects and soil components to remind everyone to protect all living things, even our little creatures that are so important. There are potatoes and carrots to mark the importance for us of growing healthy food locally. You can see a white piece with a red barred circle representing plastic that we would like to see reduced in our community. Hi, my name is Rhea. I'm a grade 5 student at L'école Lagonais. We would like to bring your attention to our concerns for the future, our worries and the actions we would like to promote. There's too much unnecessary use of plastic. We would like a reduction in plastic use in our valley. Would it be possible to ban single use and help business to change their packaging? We are afraid that fire will affect our community and destroy the homes of wild animals. Raise public and company awareness of fire prevention, ensure public safety in the event of forest fires. Evacuation procedures are put in place and shared with schools. Find alternatives to the use of cars, improvements to ensure safe cycling, signs, cycle paths, etc. Setting up a car sharing system, increasing access to the city-to-city bus system. Too many green spaces are being destroyed for the construction of buildings. Limit forest destruction for construction purposes. Use banks and buildings for considering building new ones. Focus on denser housing accessible for all people, regardless of their economic and social situation. The elderly, single-parent families, etc.
Ready?
Our chair of the future has a strong message that is
Rose, you're gonna have to stand up. Okay.
My chair of the future has a strong message that is to remind you to keep our lands good and clean for our eyes to see. We also want you to have a good feeling that this land we live on is something that keeps us together, keeps everyone healthy, and sustains life. Our hope is that we'll take care and help to keep our world and our community within our region a better place for our future generations. We want our grandchildren, great-grandchildren to see and experience how beautiful our home is. We'd like to be able to take our grandchildren to the mountains so they can experience the clean air, the beauty, to be in nature and play in a healthy environment.
To explore the forests and lakes that surround us. We want to be able to learn about the culture and language on the land that we live on. We try to encourage students and adults to keep our world healthy. The animals represent the culture and our lives, and without them, they would not have the simple life. Hunting is integral to our people and to many. We thrive on the gifts of meat of the wild animals provide. Healthy lives and water provide healthy fish and healthy people. We don't want to protect just our animals, we protect everything everywhere. We may just have a small part, each one of us, but every action helps to make a good environment for all of us. Thank you, Coach McCallum.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to the children. And now, if it's okay, I would like to have a speech from the commitment of the whoever mayor wants to talk or elected member, share something about, to just tell the children that you'll commit on orienting your decision and projects to a better future for next generation.
Okay, well, this is actually really exciting to see you guys here. And it's so inspiring because oftentimes we sit in this room and we look at each other and we hear from the same people in the community and we know what's kind of being talked about out there on social media, but often we don't hear from you guys. So I would invite you to send us letters if you have something that you're interested in. I would like you to engage with your class and maybe send other people from your class too to come to this meeting or to come and talk to us at community events. If you ever see any of us out in the community, come and talk to us. Hey, remember when I came to your class or to your board meeting and I brought the chair? And we'll have the chair here in the room. And that will be a good reminder for us. And I would invite you each to think about that chair and tell us how we can do even more than what you've told us today, because as we learn through governance, through the work that we do, as we set policy, and as we work with different things in the community like regional transit, how we interact with developers, like you mentioned, when people are knocking down forests to build buildings, how do we think about that? What are we doing with that information? When you guys see stuff happening in the community, come and talk to us about it. Come and tell us that's a good idea or that's not a good idea. Or it might be an okay idea if you just thought about it this way. So, and as you guys move through school, you're going to learn things that might change your perspective about what's important to you. So as you learn those things, share them with us, call us, email us, have your teacher email us. Maybe you guys can come back and do another delegation. Not in 4 years, but sooner. You know, maybe we have an annual delegation from you guys. I think that would be something that would be really, really interesting. And that way you're not only telling us as board members what's important to you, but you're also telling the whole community that you're engaged and that you're passionate. And I want you guys to keep that and keep growing that passion, because we're not all going to be here for that long, but you guys are. So we want to keep your chair right here at the center, and we want you guys to come and sit in that chair and tell us what we're doing. Okay?
No, you can't sit in the chair.
Can't sit in the chair.
That was one of the concepts.
Symbolically sit in the chair.
Every time you look at it, you have to recognize that you can't sit on it because that means you're being lazy.
There.
This is the whole group of children and youth here in the community. So this is all of them. And I'd like to call it as the 23rd, sorry, we're the 25 April. So every 25 April is the anniversary date that we should do something like ask for an update, send them an email, you know, do like review, how was the decision making going, how was the chair doing, like if there was an influence or somewhat. So yeah, let's call it as a April 25 for.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Okay. I look forward to hearing from
Thank you
all.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any?
We have, maybe have a couple more comments. Perfect. Chris?
Yeah, just two things. One, I know in some school boards or areas, there's some hesitation to talk about climate and so on and concern. And I love what's here because I think it's a great demonstration of how we can have these conversations and how important it is to have these conversations. And so I thank you for setting that example and teaching other kids and other teachers in other schools that you can do this and how great it can be. And I would also say sometimes at these tables, we are dealing with these issues every day, so many important decisions right now where this is directly relevant. And lots of rules and policies and things we have to follow and lots of conflicting interests. And sometimes we convince ourselves that it's too hard to do it differently right now, or maybe we don't have the support, or maybe we just, we can't do it. And having all of you come here and remind us that, no, we can do it and we must do it. And you can get up and speak and there's a better way. That gives us the strength and the motivation to do better than we often have done in the past. And so it really means a lot when citizens and kids come in and talk to us directly. So I would encourage you to please keep doing that. And thank you so much for doing it, because we have really important decisions to make even today on this topic. And so it's fantastic. And thank you so much.
Oh, super great.
Thank you so much.
So I just want to thank you all for doing this delegation. It's really important that we hear from you. And I think I speak for everybody at this table that your concerns are our concerns. But sometimes, when we are dealing with what's on the agenda, we forget. And that visual reminder is going to be so important for us moving forward. So my question is how in Lillooet do we start this process? Like, what is your, how do you get started? You were inspired, it came from Quebec?
The
Yeah.
project?
So how do you get inspired? How do you carry? I knew you would have an answer, so.
Oh, I will deliver all you need. It's easy
Excellent.
to do. There's a guide that Mother Stepin made. They're very helpful if you have any questions. There's like the whole process, very detailed. Every single detail is there in the guide. And you just need the love of the children. That's all you need, really. Like, this is what I have, and I do want to raise their voice. So this is all I needed, and the motivation. And other than that, it's the guide. So
Excellent.
I'll give you that. Sorry, it's gonna be in French. I think they're on the process of French because I know that I am in BC and there's more English people, but yeah, it's easy.
Okay, well, thank you. And that's what you did today, is you raised that inspiration for us to hear your voice.
Yeah, thank you for.
Director Herford, then Director Nightingale.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Firstly to the teachers in the room, and I know just how impactful that job done well can be, and I think we're seeing that here. And then to all of everyone that participated in making the chair and speaking today, it's just wonderful. I know that it's these rooms sometimes are intimidating, and thank you for taking that on. And the message itself is incredibly important. We make decisions around the table that absolutely will have impact for a long time. So it's a very important reminder. And I quite like the quote that I think of quite often is, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, but we borrow it from our children. So I really think this is a strong reminder of that. And I also think that it's quite likely that some people that helped with this chair may be sitting in one of these chairs in the future. So I encourage you to stay engaged, and please hold your elected officials to the standard that you'd like to see from them. And that's including myself and this group, but at every opportunity that you have throughout your life. So thank you so much for this, and I look forward to looking at it for inspiration when we're faced with those challenging decisions. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, I just want to say a huge thank you to Maude for what she's done, because I know you make it sound easy, Maude, but many months ago when she presented the idea to a variety of people in the community, and you've really run with it, Maude, and it is a lot to do with you. So thank you. And sadly, Maude is leaving and moving back to Quebec with her family at the end of the
Yeah.
school year.
If we can spreading out in a way, I'm gonna need your help.
It's still tonight, but
Yeah.
affordable housing, that's a whole other topic. But anyway,
That's
but what I want to say is that it's a reminder too, that this sort of change isn't can't be tied to one person. It needs to be a shift in thinking.
Yeah.
Which permeates through all of us. And so that's what'll keep this momentum going. So to honor you, Maude, and everything, I hope we will do that.
Oh my God, so much love, so much commitment. It's so beautiful to hear you all. Yes,
And you have a couple more on this.
yes, go ahead.
I'm going to stand up so I can see the children because I can't see them when I'm sitting down. I'm a bit older than you. I spent probably half my life, more than half my life, working in schools with kids. And I've seen numerous examples and numerous times where the power that children and youth have when they have the courage to stand up and say things to people my age, it's great. I can't stress that enough. You need to continue to do that. As you go through school, continue to find ways of putting your ideas and your thoughts and putting them out into the public, whether you do it by writing to newspapers and magazines, things like that, whether you do it by coming as a delegation to somewhere like this, it doesn't matter how you do it. Even just talking to your parents, getting them involved and sort of teaching them what you think is important. So I thank you very much for having the courage to come here and stand up and speak to us, and we really appreciate it. And I think your message is so powerful. Thank you.
I too wanted to thank you for coming today and bringing the chair and leaving us with this symbol. And also wanted to let you know, students, that a few years ago in Squamish, some Howe Sound Secondary School students came and presented to our council, and they had a very specific ask. Squamish didn't have any regulations about single-use plastic. They asked us to create some rules, to make some bylaws. We listened, we heard what the students said, and we got to work on it, and we created some rules, and we created some bylaws. There's a whole other story of what happened afterwards. But my point is, the students came, the students asked, they left a strong impression with the elected officials. We took action, we did something, and we only did it because some students came and asked us. So keep asking.
Yes. I'll just say thank you, Cooksham, Caleb, thank you from all of us to all of you.
I have shivered. Ooh, it's such a great feeling.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Anything else? Any questions? I just don't want to get too much time. Perfect. Okay. So now I would love to have an official picture, please. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but before we leave, yeah, like if we can have the kids behind and some elected members. I know everybody cannot come, and have this picture going. On the there.
Am I able to be? That's gonna be a copy of the page, because actually Rose read this or something. Did not yesterday.
Go in the center.
I'm gonna be the
That around, and then everybody, I don't know, I'm not sure how you want to do it.
Perfect.
So let's put it like this,
Here, I'll put her name.
and I'm not sure, what should we do?
Pick the short ones first.
Yeah, like perfect, kids in front, I love it, kids
Can come in.
in front,
I
perfect.
like the chair up because there's so many details underneath.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
yes, yes.
And those that want to be in the photo.
And then elected members in the back.
I like.
Okay.
My kitchen wants inside.
You're good there.
Don't worry, the rest of the decisions will be like,
Kirk, come in the front there.
I was in the other one, so I.
I'm lanky,
You both, perfect.
That's a good idea.
move my single use cup.
Make sure we see the kid, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, great. Okay, great, let's go here.
I was in the village one, so. Right, everyone's happy?
Perfect.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Good job, you guys.
Thanks. So where it's going to be, the chair.
Maybe for today, we
Here?
can put it in this, we can put it in this little space here,
Sounds good.
and then
And-
figure out where it,
Perfect. Okay.
where it ends up. for- Yeah, it should be. But I like kind of being at the table. That's my, we should debate it for a few hours to where the chair's gonna
Right here.
go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know.
We can go.
I'm seeing if you got one in our house, like the bounds over. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I did take a couple of pictures.
Yeah.
Is it okay to put on social media?
Absolutely, yeah, they all find you on current platform. Yes.
Better performance today. Translator.
Wasn't prevented.
Bonnie.
And then and if I was calling notes,
Then
they
it-
would have made, it would happen, so. So, yeah. And I could.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a good meeting. Thank you so much. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Bye, Katrina.
That was a good move. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Good job, everybody. I would like to ask someone to make the motion that we go into close.
Love that. Let's go.
Second by Director Hopeful.